Brosplay!
It's the Mercenary.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. He enjoyed us. Welcome back to Mercenaries. This is, I guess, Willem Dafoe.
This is a reporter.
That's not a good. I don't know why.
This
I
is
said,
a civilian. Can I hit him once? I can hit him once.
Oh, good. That's definitely a camera shake right there.
There's a. Oh, did you see that lens flare?
No.
That was
well,
neato.
I've seen them in the game before.
That was positively
Yeah.
neato, man.
Oh, that was super neat. Really appreciate that.
Oh, thanks, Mister.
Thanks, Mr. Mercenary. When I grow up, I want to be just like you.
That was so keen of you.
That was so peachy keen.
Peachy keen.
Peachy Tom keen.
One term I keep hearing. You know how we love all those old terms like sharp and
Oh, sharp. Good show.
Yeah, good show. That was the other one I was gonna say. But my girlfriend keeps saying peckish, like when when you don't feel like you want to eat
peckish.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling a bit peckish. I just want to eat like just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think I like that.
No, I like that term, dude. What's wrong with the term?
I don't know.
Mine?
There's a lot of things that people say that I don't have any like definitive, objective reason for why I don't like it, but I don't like it.
I just thought it was a good term because like there really isn't a term for I want a snack. Mostly we just say that. But like, I want a snack.
Have you
I'm
ever
looking for
heard-
something to snack on.
Have you ever heard Po Buddy's Nerfic? Or yeah,
Po Buddy's Nerfic.
yeah.
I like the sounds of it.
It's funny.
This is not a place I should be.
Holy
This is
shit.
not a place I should
Holy
be.
shit! I've never
Holy
seen that in this game
shit.
before. Wow, that was well set up.
I think we have to go and take
Yeah,
that enclosure.
yeah,
Where?
absolutely. I mean, you don't shoot at a mercenary and expect nothing in return. Let's take these guys out.
I think
All
I
the
killed him
grenades. All the
already.
grenades in one placement. Let's go. Let's go.
So is this
I
it?
think
Is
he's
this
dead. No. It was turned the other direction.
behind me?
No,
Over
it
here?
was
Was this guy?
no, it was east. Yeah, it was that. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Can you capture this place?
With this thing I can.
Collateral
Oh.
damage a second later.
I wish I could take that with me. That would be sweet. Just pull a crack down.
Oh, dude, there's a movie I was watching last night. I'm pretty sure Bird Poot is in it.
Brad Pitt?
Yes,
Bird Poot.
Bird Poot.
I'm sure he would love that nickname. So when you said it the first time, I was like, is that some sort of substance I've never heard of? Bird
It's
Poot?
actually it's actually BoJack, like George Clooney, Bird Poot,
Really?
and Learnin' Nerd to Capricorn.
Sorry, say that again.
Learnin' Nerd to Capricorn.
They really went out of their way on
That's
that.
not exactly what it is, but like that's what I personally think that the best, well, not the best, like my favorite form of comedy is threes, where you do one thing, the second thing, and they're both relatively normal, and the third thing is where the joke happens.
Yeah,
So it's like-
two creates the trend and the third breaks it.
Exactly, that's perfect. It's George Clooney, Bird Poot, and Learnin' Nerd to Capricorn. It's like that. That to me is so funny.
Yeah, it's not quite there. I heard a word that it just didn't sound like the word it was actually describing. There's something in your pancreas. They're called the Islets of Langerhans.
Oh my god!
I know. How cool is that? Is that not the best word ever?
Introducing the Langerhans of Langerhans.
Doesn't that sound like a Netflix original movie?
It does.
The Islets of Langerhans?
Which is funny because that Bird Poot movie is a Netflix original.
Bird Poot on
I can't remember what
Netflix.
it's called. On Netflix, yeah.
I actually can't believe how obscene that name is for the Capricorn.
That one gets me every time.
Well, that's what you were talking about, man. The rule of three.
Well, like I forget what the movies are, but like all the movies are examples of movies those actors are normally known for, and I'm pretty sure one of them is like, it's like silly shit. It's like Explosionatorium and City of AIDS. Like City of AIDS being like an overly dramatic, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, I assumed there'd be like a Tom Hanks speak.
Actually,
for
you know what? It was
his
Tom
role in-
Hanks,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah, for his role in
Yeah.
Philadelphia, City of
Yeah,
AIDS. Okay,
City of AIDS.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That- I-
Explodatorium is Shovel Knight.
One of my favorite jokes, like one of my favorite like dry humor jokes of all time, comes out of that movie. When he's like dying and he's talking to his lawyer, Tom Hanks,
Yeah.
and he says, "What do you call 1,000 lawyers chained together at the bottom of the ocean?" And the lawyer doesn't know, and he says, "A damn good start." And I just love it because it's aimed at lawyers, but most of the time lawyers have like pretty ironclad resilience to it.
Oh,
You
they're
know?
used to it. They're ready for that.
Yeah, lawyers think. I feel like there's got to be some lawyers that think that's pretty hilarious.
Well, the lawyer thing is interesting. I
You
don't
mean
really,
the fact that lawyers exist?
Yeah, I don't have a solution. I don't like the system, but I don't have a solution for it either. It definitely helps to have money if you're going into a court system. But it's weird. Like, I think capitalism and business ideas, or just business, is a good idea in theory, but when it becomes applied to such a serious thing as law, it becomes really weird.
It is weird when you try to govern people by rules written down on paper.
But then you have people that aren't necessarily trying to argue the law. They're trying to argue whether what happened fits into laws or doesn't.
Yeah, well, it's what's called gaming the system.
Gaming the system.
Well, it exists in everything. It's
Fucking
like
gamers.
In the old
Ruining everything.
In the old unified rules of MMA, if you put one hand on the ground, you become a downed opponent immediately. So people would just stand in this position where they could put their hand down. The guy couldn't kick him in the head.
Oh.
They'd pick up their hand, and as soon as the guy went to kick him in the head, they put their hand down again.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's gaming the system, and then the rules had to change. But it's tough because if you have a system, people will game it. That just is the way people are.
For every lock, a lock pick.
Yeah, exactly. No, there is no impervious lock or impervious door.
No, and even putting something behind the most uncrackable safe, it's gonna attract people who like to crack things that can't be cracked.
Exactly. Creating the door makes people want to break into it. Wasn't that from a movie or something?
Probably.
That idea seems very familiar to me.
I'm sure it comes from a movie where there's nothing in the safe, you know?
No, I mean... it was a movie like In Time, some sort of dystopia future where them creating all the money in one place was like incentivizing people to try and rob. It's like the people weren't bad.
Oh.
There was just like so much in front of their face, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you create a lock, you create a thief, right?
Well, yeah, if you create a crime, you create criminals. Like, as soon as you make something illegal, you create crime. Because it's not going to stop people. It's going to stop lots of people. But there's always going to be someone willing to do it. Sometimes just because it's illegal.
Yeah, that would... You might actually increase the number of users.
Wow. That was really...
Oh, well, that was... Oh, no. Oh, no.
Poot.
Oh, no. Bird! Bird Poot!
Bird, help me!
Bird!
George, no!
Clearner.
All the way to the bottom of the Clearner.
Yeah, all the way to the bottom of the beach. 5 feet down.
So I have a discussion. By the way, that weird flash that you just saw did not show up on the capture card. That is something to do with the adapter that gets us the feed. So don't worry about that.
So wait, if it doesn't show up on the capture card, aren't they not going to see it?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you're talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. Hey, bro.
You talking to me?
Okay, sorry, you had a discussion?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Who else would I be talking to?
There's no one else here.
Who else is in the room?
If you're not talking to me, you must be crazy.
I'm talking to Nelson.
You're not talking to the cat, are you?
I'm talking to Bird.
Cat's not in here.
Yeah, you're out there, Mr. Poot. I see you.
Do you hear me, Poot?
Damn you, Poot!
Oh.
That's 2 points. One, there's a movie on Netflix, I can't remember what it's called, but it has Brad Pitt in it. And it's about the Afghan War. Or the Afghanistan War, I don't know if that's the same thing. And it's like has like really light... It's like a light tone, but it's extremely cynical of the war and the army and politics and all that stuff. And it's really fucking good, and I highly recommend it.
What's that name again?
I don't know what it's called, actually.
Okay,
it's
that's why I don't
new.
remember.
It's very new as of... I mean, I don't know if Brad Pitt is in any other Netflix original, so that might help.
Have you seen Kill Command?
Kill Command?
Yeah,
No.
that went on Netflix recently. It's these Marines get summoned for a training mission, and when they get there, the robots are this like autonomous
Whoa.
hive mind type. Yeah, so they're essentially they're there to train the robots in like a live fire type situation. Yeah,
but the robots are there to train them.
but they're also sent in with this, what they call a tech, and it's this girl who essentially has like a computer in her brain. So, you know, she like looks at the people and she can look up their files while she's talking to them and shit.
Figure out if Bird Poot is more into... You know what? He's a really passionate actor.
Brad Pitt?
He has to be. The amount of roles that he's played and the variety of characters he's played, like you put George Clooney up against Brad Pitt for some reason, and you're gonna find Brad Pitt has played a gigantic variety, whereas George kind of plays George.
That is an interesting point.
He's extremely charismatic, so it doesn't matter who George is playing. But it's just amazing. Like it really pointed it out to me when I was watching that movie that I can't remember the name of. And he plays this character with all these facial tics, and he runs very strange, like the weirdest run I've ever seen. And it just like it highlighted to me how passionate he must be.
He's a character actor.
In order to play all those characters. It's like Matt Hardy and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leo what?
Leonardo DiCapricorn. Learn a nerd. Learn a nerd.
Learn a nerd.
Learn a nerd.
Yeah, those are all great examples. I'm a big fan of Tom Hardy. It's Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm come on. I'm often reminded of Matt Hardy when I think of Tom Hardy.
Oh, yes, you should say it all the time. I've said it several times. Probably even said it on the show.
I was talking to somebody at work about some of like Matt Hardy's old gimmicks.
You just said
like,
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, where one time he actually got up on top of what is essentially a two-story scaffolding and then does a front flip and lands back first on a guy at the bottom.
Holy shit.
And then they immediately have 2 stretchers ready. Like they have
Wow.
2 full sets of EMT teams.
That's crazy.
Waiting to just pull them off.
Imagine the mentality required to do something like that in front of an audience, and you see the EMTs waiting.
Yeah. You're like, okay, I'm going to jump, and then when I land, they're gonna take me to the hospital.
That's like when they measure your shoulder width like for the casket before beheading, and it's like, all right.
Yeah, seriously. Well, that's kind of
Thanks.
what David Blaine did. Because when he went to do his holding his breath for 17 minutes,
Yeah.
he got to a certain point. He had already broken the record, and then he just decided what he was going to do is he was just going to wait for his heart to stop. And then when he died, they'd revive him because they were monitoring him. Yeah.
I love him.
Complete madman. Like, that is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. But hey, man, he set the record. He held his breath for 17 minutes.
I saw that. I watched a whole TED Talk on it about how like his mentality required. I also watched a really great documentary by him. It's called Magic or Trick or Real or Fake or something like that. Real or Magic.
Yeah, the Netflix thing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. In that, he talks about a time when he was able to. He swallowed. How did he do it? He swallowed water, and then he swallowed kerosene.
Yeah.
And then he lit like a match or something. He lit a fire, blew the kerosene out with extraordinary force, like shot it like right out of there like a sink, and lit the fire and made like a big flame. And then at the end, the water was at the bottom, so it came up and doused the flame. And he did this in front of De Niro, in front of Robert De Niro at his casino opening.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He got this from someone else though, right?
He got it from a dude from like the 20s or the 40s. It was the only person known to have that ability with his stomach to shoot water out like that. And David, for years, like or probably even decades, wanted to do that desperately, but didn't know how to shoot. Like that was the big issue, was actually being able to shoot it out of your stomach like that. And then one day, it just a video surfaced on the internet of a dude filling up a water bottle.
I remember
shooting
seeing that
water
video
out. Yeah,
for
that's
the first time.
That's what was so cool about watching that. It was like, oh, I've seen that. And that was when he tracked him down, and it took him, I don't know, months, and finally figured out how to do it. And just slowly practiced and worked out those muscles. And the crazy thing is that I'm pretty sure. Okay, so once he has it's from his stomach, by the way. So he's taking kerosene down into his stomach, and once the kerosene is near his mouth, if it's in his stomach and he inhales at all, if he breathes at all, he's probably gonna die.
Jesus.
So he has to do the rest of that part without breathing at all. It's amazing, but I think the best thing that demonstrates who he is as a person or as a performer is the pin through the arm and through the hand thing, because it's not a trick.
Yeah, that's just a performance.
He's
piece.
doing it, but it's a demonstration of his commitment, because he went to a doctor who X-rayed his hand while it was in there, and the doctor's looking at it and he's like, "How did you do this?" And he says, "I've just practiced. I've figured out exactly where I need to do." And the guy says, "There are these huge nerves running through this hand right here." And he says, "Yeah, I know. I hit the other one a couple weeks ago, and my hand went numb for days." Days.
That's the thing. It sounds like, oh, it would be so cool to be David Blaine.
Right.
Sorta.
Yeah.
But you have to be David Blaine all the time. You can't just be David Blaine for the hour while he's on stage.
Yeah.
Pick a prototype rifle. Fuck yeah.
Holy shit.
100 bullets in the clip? Hell yeah.
Prototypes.
Where have you been all my life?
I lean on my left hand when we do when I'm not playing, when we're doing this show.
Really?
And my hand is at a right angle to my arm, and it ends up falling asleep.
Ooh,
it just happened. It's okay. We're not playing. So
I'm still jammered. I'm jammed by the other jammers still. Must have a pretty ridiculous range on it. Okay, you tell me honestly. Do you remember this prototype rifle?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't really remember it.
I remember seeing it later in COD 4, and I was like, "It's the prototype."
Fuck. Sorry. Did not mean to get profane on you people, but there's explosives in the street.
I love how when there's an explosion, you can hear their voice really clearly and nothing else.
Yeah, it's like they forgot to dim that thing. That one sound file.
See, yeah, I don't know what the word is. The audio version of dim.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I think it's just reduce, but
yeah, but that doesn't sound good.
No.
The audio version of dim. Dampen.
Dampen?
Dampen is probably the closest. Like when you think of...
I think dampen is when you make it sound like muddy, like it's behind a wall. I think that's what dampen is. You could be right though.
Well, that would be filtered. Yeah, that would be filtered or
okay.
muffled.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I have one bullet.
That guy saved you.
Yeah, he did.
He took one of the bullets.
Oh, but dude, I got nothing.
See, like, this is how hard this fucking game is. You're playing on the absolute easiest. Oh, did that not come out? Nice. Oh, they're right next to it.
The health is right there. Okay,
that's good stuff. This guy is the easiest to play because he takes a certain amount of health. Like he has like a second, like, I don't know, second chance.
He essentially gets a 1 second delay when he would otherwise have died.
Yeah.
That he doesn't. I don't know exactly how they coded it in, but ultimately he's the most survivable. Like that is
actually
certain.
I'm pretty sure that's how they describe him.
Yep. He's survivable. Mewy is really, really fast. I think Jacobs can hold more ammo.
I think he has more ammo, yeah. Or he's an explosives guy?
I'm not sure. I know he has a benefit. I know they all have a benefit.
Dude. I can't remember exactly what day it's like the 30th today, right?
Yeah.
We started this, like the first episode of Mercenaries came out a year ago this week.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That is super crazy.
What episode are we on?
Of Mercenaries?
Yeah.
35. This is the 35th episode.
That is a lot of episodes, especially at like 20. We started making them 20 minutes, so that's actually a lot more. That's like more like 50 of the old episodes.
Yeah, seriously.
This is absolutely the longest playtime of any game we've had.
Absolutely. And this playthrough has been great to us. The Mercenaries playthrough.
It's been so weird. Dad was talking to me. Dad's such a great perspective because he's one of the only viewers of the show, and I talk to him on a regular basis. So he said he was telling our grandparents that it's amazing how our disposition has maintained. While he actually knows the reality behind the show, he knows like the things we're going through and the changes in our life and all that stuff, and he watches the show and it's just like the same.
Every time.
It's amazing. And like when he said disposition, what I thought he meant was it's amazing how Mitch just is still pissed about certain video game aspects and hasn't let up on those things.
And won't let it die.
All right, thank you for joining us. Next time on Mercenaries, an interesting conversation I never thought I'd have.
And we see buildings come down.
Sure. If there's time.
We build relationships and we destroy buildings.